Hey guys, welcome back to GoodGirlGoneFab. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe. I'm super excited for you guys to be watching my videos, and I really appreciate and love everyone who's been super supportive and encouraging. I'm here with an everyday makeup tutorial. This look is great for school, work, going to the mall, lounging around the house, hanging out with friends. It's literally something you can do every day, not too much glam. I focus a lot on the face when it comes to foundation and highlighting. And a little bit of contour, but this is just something like I think everybody will look great in. It's super easy. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes or less or more depending on your speed. And I threw on a little bit of lip, but the lip is optional. I usually wear like a nude or mauve color lip every day. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, make sure to keep watching, of course. And if you like my videos and want to keep seeing me do it, subscribe, like, and comment below. Yeah, so thanks for watching and enjoy. I already started off with my brows. If you want to see a full YouTube video on how I achieve my brow look, comment below and let me know. I do have an Instagram video on where I show you guys how I do my brows. And the routine hasn't really changed much except for I need my brows threaded. Nevertheless, we're going to jump right into it. So the first thing I always do when I'm doing my makeup is after I make sure I have a clean skin is apply a primer. I'm using the same primer I used in my last video, the Fenty Beauty, only because I'm obsessed with it. But if you're not going to get the Fenty Beauty primer, there's also other alternatives. Some other affordable primers that I really like are the Shine Killer by NYX. I think it's about $10. And I also like the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. It's kind of similar to the Fenty Beauty primer, but not exactly. They have a similar color and they both come out like in this pump formula. But so the way you apply primer is going to be different based on the formula. If you have oily skin, it's best to start in the T-zone area because that's where you are mostly oily, around your nose, mouth, and your forehead. So I usually apply this primer and I kind of spread it out amongst my skin, and I just do it really softly and kind of slow, making sure it gets everywhere. And then I work on the outer areas of the face where I don't get as oily, but you still want to protect. The point of primer is to kind of, well, every primer kind of has a different function, but overall primer is to like set your skin for the foundation, creating an even base, so it's a lot smoother for the application. It also lets your makeup last a lot longer when you use a primer. So you definitely want to make sure you apply primer first. That's my favorite step to making foundation last all day. If you have super oily skin or you want your foundation or makeup to last like to an extreme, or you're going out or you're doing like taking a lot of pictures, one thing I do like to do is set my primer with a translucent powder using a damp sponge. I'm not going to do that in this video just because I don't do that every day, but if you're really oily or you're going to be out in the sun, you can take a little bit of translucent powder and apply it in the areas you get most oily. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is use my Fenty Beauty foundation. I did this in the last video, but I'm going to show you how to apply foundation a little bit more in depth. So what you do is you take, this is a medium to full coverage foundation, depending on your skin and the look you want to achieve. Full coverage is kind of like blank canvas. You don't have any scars showing. Your face is completely covered with foundation. Medium coverage is a little less foundation, kind of more of a natural look. And then obviously light coverage is pretty much just covering up spots and even in the skin tone. So the point of the foundation in general is to even skin tone, create a blank canvas, so you have no discoloration, no marks, everything's one color. What I do is take my foundation and I put it on the back of my hand and I squeeze about one pump to start. So we're going to do about a medium to full coverage look, just because when I apply foundation I kind of want to look flawless. So for an everyday look, I start off with one pump on the back of my hand, and I'm taking my damp beauty blender. This is a Beauty Blender Pro. It's $20 at Sephora, but another alternative to the sponge is the Real Techniques face sponge. So I think that's about $5 to $6 at Ulta or a drugstore. So I take my damp beauty blender and I tap it, and I start in the middle of my face and kind of apply a few dots of foundation onto the skin. And once you have a few patches of foundation, you blend outwards. You want it to blend outwards because you don't want to start on the outside and it kind of creates a mask. So So if you're using a sponge, I kind of apply it on my eyes if I'm not wearing any what's it called? Any eyeshadow. So I'm looking in the mirror. Make sure you get into your hairline. And if you're using a matte foundation, you want to work fast, like I said before in the previous video, because it will set fast. So you tap, blend out, and this is how you blend, by tapping it and pressing it into your skin. And you want to apply that pretty much all over your face if you are looking for like a medium coverage. All right, so that is how you blend out your foundation. So after you blend out your foundation, the next thing you're gonna do is conceal. This is what I do. Everybody does it a little bit different, but the first thing I want to do is find a concealer that's a little bit lighter than my skin tone because I have dark circles. And when you're concealing and highlighting and contouring, you kind of want where the sun hits to be the areas you highlight. So like you can see, it's like sun right there, and under your eyes, obviously you want to brighten it up. And then like on the bridge of your nose. So I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn. And this concealer is about $3 to $4. You can get it at the beauty supply store, which is the best place to get it because it's cheap. But you can also get it from Ulta if you want to get points for it, if you have an account. So what I do is I go under my eye. And I start lightly. This concealer is really creamy. And I kind of create like a little triangle. Not too much, though. The good thing about this concealer, too, is that it has a little tiny brush on it. So you don't have to use any other tools. And then you want to go down your nose. Kind of doing as straight as you can. And then I go on my forehead. You don't want to apply too much because this concealer is super creamy. If you apply too much, it's kind of hard to blend out. So start slow. And yeah. So this is how I highlight and conceal. What you want to do is let this under eye sit for a little bit and let it kind of get into your skin and warm up. It's going to be a lot easier to blend. I'm using the same beauty blender that I use for my sponge. That is why I love my beauty blender, because it does everything. And I'm just going to blend out my nose first. So I usually start with my pointy side and kind of work it down. And then I take the bigger side and just blend it out by tapping on the skin. And then you have a blended out little kind of chiseled nose. Then I go up to my forehead and I blend this upwards and kind of in place. I'm looking in the mirror. And then, yeah, blends out easily. Now the under eye is the trickiest part. So what you want to do is you let it kind of sit under your eye for a few minutes. You blend it out last. And I start in the inner corner. And I kind of tap it to where I want it to stop. You don't want to send it too far past the eyebrow because then it'll look really, really just blown out. So you always want to stay in this area. So I press it into my skin. Staying in that area, going back and forth, back and forth. I really like this concealer. This is probably one of the best concealers you can get, especially for an affordable price. And then I kind of blend it on my eyelids just because it's a little bit of extra product. And then you go back into the bigger side and you kind of blend everything out by pressing it in. And that's how you highlight your under eye. So you want to make sure everything is set and not creasing. That's why I like this concealer, because it doesn't crease. But since your under eye is a sensitive area with a lot of skin, you do want to set it. I don't typically contour with cream, because especially not for an everyday look, because that kind of gives you a really chiseled look. But if you're looking just for an everyday, like flawless, go out face, this is what you want to do. I usually just use powder contour. But before I do that, I take some setting powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder in the color medium deep. And it's pretty similar to the Laura Mercier powder in the sense that it's a loose powder. This comes in a wide range of colors, which is good. So to set your under eye and every place that you really concealed, you dip the sponge into the powder and don't get too much. Maybe tap it in that area. Now you can go lighter. I usually you can go lighter like this and have a thinner layer, or you can kind of bake. This kind of really sets your concealer and make sure it doesn't budge. So you can also set around your lip area so you don't get any smile lines and the foundation doesn't budge. Ooh. So after I set this, I let this sit for about less than like 2 minutes. And then I take my powder contour. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in the color Tan to Deep. And I swirl a brush. This is a BH Cosmetics 125 brush. And it's a powder brush. And I kind of start up here and swirl it into the skin. And kind of create like a contour line. Not really anything too deep. You probably won't even be able to tell too much. This is just so it has some definition. Then I go on my little nose area and I kind of just define that out. Take it along my jaw and there. Ooh. So then you want to just get rid of this powder. This is my Morphe M180 brush, and I swirl away that powder. Make sure it's all gone. Swirl away that powder on your nose and your forehead. Brush it away. Well, sweep it away rather than swirl it away. And then, under eye area, I kind of hold my brush like this so I can make sure I get under there. And you kind of sweep it while pressing it into the skin so it sets. Then I like to swirl it all out. Alright, so once you have everything brushed out and blended out, what you want to do is take a spray. My favorite spray is the Mario Badescu facial spray in cucumber and green tea. It has a nice refreshing scent. It also comes in a floral, like a pink color, which is rose water, but that one smells like flowers, and I'm not particularly like a florally girl, so I like this because it just smells fresh. You can also use MAC Fix Plus spray or any other spray that kind of, not necessarily a setting spray, but like a facial mist. Or just like some water if you have it in a spray bottle. But this is really good for setting makeup and kind of like making everything melt together. So I spray it on my face a few inches from your face. And you kind of just let it sit in. The next thing I do is you put on mascara. I'm not going to do eyeliner because usually I just do eyeliner when I'm wearing lashes or if I'm doing like really exuberant mascara. But I'm going to take my Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara. This is just the original one in the color, I think just black. And so next thing I do is I'm going to use a little bit of highlighter. This highlighter is from the beauty supply store, and it's like one of my favorite highlighters. I use it all of the time, and I think it was about $4. It's the All Over Glow bronzing powder. Yeah, in the color bronze gold glow. I'm gonna swatch it on the back of my hand for you guys, and this is the color. Super pretty. And this is like an everyday highlighter for me. I love it so much. So if you want a little bit of glow, this is a perfect highlighter for it. So pretty. And it just gives you just like a nice bronzy, which is what my boyfriend says, a nice bronzy look. Like a little golden goddess. So that is the face. And after I do my face, kind of just fix my hair a bit. I'm going to use my NYX, what is this called? The NYX Ombre Lip Duo. And I'm going to take the smaller side because it comes with two sides, a lip pencil side and a lipstick side. So I'm going to take the smaller side and kind of define and line my lips. Oh, sorry, what color is this? This is in the color Freckles and Speckles. And then after everything is set, I take this NYX facial setting powder in the long-lasting matte finish. About a few inches away from your face, and you spray. Let it dry. That is pretty much the finished look. So that's how I get my everyday full face. Like I said, there's no lashes or mascara. It's just some face makeup, some mascara, and a little bit of lip color if your lip color is preference, but I usually like a neutral to like a nude pink color every day. So this is pretty much what I look like every day. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, GoodGirlGoneFab, and make sure to leave a comment to let me know you watched all of the video. I really love you guys, and I'm so excited to be back to YouTube. And yeah, so thanks for watching and have a great day.